What I'm about to tell you isn't something I've only told a few other people, but I think it's relevant to just get this information out to see if it might help somebody clarify something, or maybe somebody else experienced something that I experienced. Well, this is my near-death experience. Quite honestly, getting to that point is not very sexy at all. It's just me reading a book and pondering intently on the next life. And I remember praying, saying, Lord, I'd like to walk the next life, something like that. This has been a few years ago. I went to sleep. Next thing I remember, I'm on this street that goes forever forward, I guess. I'm looking around, it's very industrial, gray. I can even see a few trees with no leaves on it. It would remind me of dead winter without snow. I look down at my hands, and my memories of things are fading so fast. Sometimes I would see others, and we would gather in these buildings for a remembrance of a togetherness that somehow that brought something that we're starting to forget. It brought a sense of unity, I guess. But again, these memories that are coming to in my mind are fleeting. If that makes sense. I don't know how long I've been here, wandering these streets, standing in houses for who knows how long. No one talks to each other, sort of forgetting how to talk. I just have so much bitterness inside of me, and I can't express it. I would love to be able to just to scream, or just to get this out. Emotions, I don't remember what emotions are. They're once a great part of who I was, but I've changed, and I don't know how I've changed. I don't know what's going on. So this is basically the way life is. Up and down the streets I walk. I don't know what I'm trying to find. I'm not bored. I'm not happy. I'm not sad. Maybe it's just an automatic thing where I just wander. Every so often I wander by these buildings that are closed, that seem enticing because they're a little different. They also know that I'm not welcome there. I wouldn't welcome myself there. The one thing that I do have a lot of memory of is the things that I've done, or the things that I have not done. The pain that I've caused. The pain that I've caused others. And so I wonder until, is there a mercy that will be given to me in time? I don't know. What's time, right? these concepts, these mortal concepts are no longer part of this reality. There is no the remembrance of things that once were are fading. I have all this guilt and all this stuff inside of me, and I just wish I could cry. I wish I could just scream. I wish I could do anything just to relieve the pressure of this full knowledge of everything that I've done. I guess there's a reason why I'm here. I guess this is hell, but it's not what I thought it would be. It's completely and totally isolation. There could be 40 of us in a room and we're still isolated. I would say it's cold if I could feel anything, but I can't feel anything. The light is so dim. And thus I wander, and I wander, and I wander. And maybe I wandered for 1,000 Earth years, 2,000 Earth years, I don't know, 200 Earth years. Maybe it's only been a week. But again, these concepts of time are fading because you can't really count. You're not really sitting there putting a slash mark on the wall because you've been here 1 day, 2 days, 3 days. You're not a physical form anymore. Things are different. As my dream continued, I found myself in front of one of these buildings. They're nondescript buildings, other than they're kind of hollow. Or not hollow, but they're kind of dome-shaped. Looks to be made of wood, steps going up and 2 wooden doors. And there's many times I've gone up there to maybe see, but every single time I'm like, no, I don't deserve that. I don't deserve to go in there. And honestly, I don't know what's going on in there, but every so often I see somebody go up into there, and I never see them come back. Maybe that's judgment. Maybe that's where all this ends, and we really get the torture. You have all these thoughts going through your head. What could it possibly be? So after who knows how long I've wandered in this spirit world, this depression, this hell. It's walking up and down the streets. Nothing changes. Everything is stale. Everything is gray. Everything is cold. If I could feel, One day I find myself outside this building, these dome buildings. And I reach my hand in and I grasp the lock, the opener. And for the first time in my life, I feel warm. The door opener feels warm. And feeling that just irradiates through my entire body. Just radiates through my entire body. I can actually feel something. And it's exciting. So I open up the door. And as I open up the door, this light just floods out. This floods out. The bright light is so white and bright that it takes me by surprise. And I can't even adjust my eyes. But the one thing I feel is love. The light is love. And I continue pushing forward as my eyes adjust. As my eyes adjust, I continue to push forward. I start to see my peripheral vision. I start to see like pews or benches, and there's just, dozens and dozens of people sitting on these benches, and you can see tears just rolling out of their eyes. And I can tell because I've got tears rolling out of my eyes. I never thought I thought I was beyond this. I keep going forward, and I just find a place to sit, and I sit. And for the first time in eons, I feel warm, I feel loved, I feel like a big hug. As my eyes adjust, I look up and I see a male and a female. I see a male and a female whose brightness was above the sun. It's like they are amplifying Christ's light. They're like amplifiers. They amplified the Christ's light because you know what this light is as soon as it hits you. And you can also tell this angelic couple how much they love each and every one of us. So I start to listen. I start to learn. And now my mind's eye switches, and I find myself looking out of the eyes of the male teacher, dressed in robes, teaching the gospel to the power and love of Christ. I look over next to me, and the female who is teaching, as right now, is my wife, my eternal wife. We're teaching those in hell the love of Christ, the salvation of Christ, teaching them that they are loved, teaching them they can go forward. It's up to them to move forward. They will wander, feeling the pains and sorrows of what they've caused. But then there'll come a time where they maybe feel as though they've suffered long enough, and they will find the place to be, to where the progression starts. Now, this is my near-death experience that happened to me, like I said, a few years ago. It's so solid in my head. It just means a lot. It means a lot to me. So I hope it did something for you.